Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Rachel's Recipes. This is a very exciting week for me because we've literally just all got back from conference and we're all really excited and pumped, and I've got all these amazing ideas for all of our different recipes for the future. In the past, we've kind of covered winter warmers. That was some really fun things to do. We were doing hot chocolate, we were making granola with cinnamon right from scratch because eat, train, think, the plan. This is all about putting into your body things that are going to fulfill you, things that are going to nourish you, and things that are going to help you to take your life to the next level, whatever that may be for you. So I just want to say a huge thank you for all being here, and I just want to say that whatever it is that you're doing in your life right now, I hope that it's making you happy, and I hope that it's fulfilling your dreams, and I hope that it's giving you purpose, because nothing in my entire 24 years of existence has given me so much purpose other than talking to people about our business, Healthy and Empowered. And it's just so inspirational hearing everybody else's stories. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself first. I like I say, I'm 24. I'm a historic property steward. That's my job. I love it. I love the people that I work with. I love getting outside in the fresh air. But I did get to a point last year where I realised I was doing a hell of a lot. And it was probably, I was taking on too much, I guess. And I've always been one of these people who just wants to do something bigger with my life, but I just haven't ever really realised what that was until now. Like, woo! So here I am in my kitchen. I'm about a year into doing the business. My little sister, she's got a very rare syndrome, which means she has to be really careful about what she puts into her body. And she has been following one of our plans for about 6 months now. And this is the first year that she has not been in hospital. So, like, a round of applause to that. So, today I just kind of want to talk to you about something that's been really, really important to me lately. Like I say, I've just got back from this fantastic road trip with my team. But whilst we were away, we were finding it really difficult to stay on track with our healthy eating. Healthy eating isn't about, okay, for some people it might be about losing weight, but it goes deeper than that. It's got to be a lifestyle choice. It's got to be something that's not just a fad diet, because this is our life. And why would you want to deprive yourself of something when you could just moderate it and be more mindful about what it is that you're choosing to fuel yourself with? I think we all deserve that love and that respect enough to look at what it is that we're actually eating. Um, I'm going to stand here and be completely honest with you. These past couple of weeks have not been fantastic for me in terms of my own nutrition, because I went to conference, which was great, and I also went to Cadbury's World, which means that I came home with a huge amount of chocolate. Like, I'm one of these people who can just love it and leave it, but not when it comes from Cadbury's World. Like, I was in this weird mentality where I couldn't start a diet or I couldn't start healthy eating until I got rid of all that chocolate. So I was laughing with my family, like, oh yeah, like, I've just cleared out everything from the house. It's fine. It's all gone. I can start healthy eating because I've ate it all. That is not good. Like, this is not good. It felt good at the time, but where I was getting these little bursts of energy from having like that chocolate, I was actually making myself feel more lethargic. It's not good for your skin. It's not good for, gosh, I'm not going to reel off all of the problems that weight gain causes, because I'm guessing in the 21st century, everybody kind of knows what they can lead to. I'm just going to show you this. This is what I am now going to be having more of. This is our chocolate shake. So chocolate shakes are what we incorporate into our eat plan, because it doesn't have to just be shakes. Like, everything just fell out of my cupboard. And the dogs are like, what is that? So chocolate shakes, I was like one of these people who was dead against having shakes, because I just thought that I didn't see the big picture. I didn't see that chocolate shakes could be something else. So I thought it was just the beginning of a fad diet. But actually, with these, I make pancakes, I make the hot chocolates, I actually make these into protein balls. I do all sorts with these. Like, there was one girl on one of our shows before, she literally just made a slab of chocolate, and it was like, like, how is that healthy? But inside this is everything that you need to keep you fulfilled, happy, and keep you energized, and there's nothing inside there to catch you out. So I'm not quite sure what to make tonight. What do I fancy making? Right, I'm gonna show you something special. Because this is literally how fast this can be thought up, okay? And you can all do this like right now at home if you want. And it just goes to show that, like, even if you're just winging it, like I am, you can make something that's delicious and that is going to, because isn't it scary, right? There's a lot of things out there in the world, don't actually know what's in it. Like, that really freaks me out. So this, I know exactly what's in it. I'm going to just turn the camera around a sec. Now, this is enough to feed like a family of 4 for your breakfasts in the morning. Portion size is so important because there's so many people that I've spoke to, and they seem to be getting like so on track with healthy eating, but then when you actually look at their food diaries, it seems really healthy until you consider the amounts that they're actually eating. And I think it's very easy to just sort of get carried away and just keep eating, and that's mindlessly eating. What I was saying the other week, I've just put some peanut butter into that, is really look at foods that you're about to put into your body and think, do I know where that has come from? Do I know what that is? And if I don't, then why the hell am I putting that into my body? This is like, it seems mind-blowing when you think, like, I was talking over at Easter, I was like, what even is in like a jelly baby? Like, what is that? What is in that? Like, yeah, that might be delicious, but what is in that? So I'm just turning the camera around again so you can see what I'm doing. I've got our little chocolate powder, some peanut butter. I've got some oats now. Put some oats in there. We whack some cinnamon in, not too much. Did this before and there's way too much cinnamon in something like that. So you can see exactly what's going into here, so that you know that, like, this is going to be granola, okay? so that you know, like, exactly what's in it means that you have more control over what's going into your body, because there's a lot of sugars and a lot of salts that go into our everyday granola. I love granola. Right, now, just double check because right. Okay. Honey. It's probably too much honey if I'm honest, but whatever. It will do. And I'm just like seriously mixing this in. So this is like, you'll notice that it's not really wet. It's not massively wet, but you don't want it to be. It's quite happy as it is, to be honest. The nuts give it this gorgeous nutty flavour. They give you protein. The oats are obviously going to fill you for longer. The honey in it is some natural sugars. And now, if you want, at this stage, you can add into it extra things like vanilla, fruits, all kinds of things like that. And then we literally are just whacking it in the oven. Just put it on like there, 180 degrees. Whack it in the oven. There it goes in for about 5 minutes. If you feel like you want it to be a little bit more moist before it goes in, add something like some soy milk, something like that. Back to portion sizes. Here's a little fancy trick for you if you're trying to control things like that. Did you know that, God, it sounds so obvious, but look at all of these different plates. So my little sister, she's 21, but she, like I say, has to make sure she's watching what she's eating. Now, did you know that different coloured plates, it's all psychology, have different effects on what it is that we're choosing to eat? So if you go for a white plate, it's so much easier to fill it up even more, because it's like your psychological, the way that you're looking at it, your brain's telling you that you need to be filling up the spaces. You get me? So my family make sure that we have really different coloured plates. Now look at this. Right. See that plate? That's my favourite duck plate. You put that one on top of it. It's about the same size. That's the size that my sister would usually have. It's even smaller. Okay, but then tonight she decided she was going to have this one, which is hopefully about the same size. Look at that. That's the one that maybe that is the one that I usually go for. Now that absolutely drowns the others. And I think for a 24-year-old, I would probably be best off with something that's like this, about this size. Then comes this one. That one is one that I use on the weekend for my takeaways, which is even worse. I'm going to just show you. And it's honestly, it's daft little tricks like this. Let's put some perspective in there. So, what have I got? Right. Here is a fork. Okay. I'll put the fork beside it so you can see the sizes. So that's a bit smaller. That's another stage smaller. It's even smaller. Okay, but if you're using a smaller plate and you filled it up and your brain thinks that it's even more full because of all of these different patterns, you will feel fuller in yourself. Another little trick is to do this. So, yeah, I know it's cute because it's like for children, but what's wrong with like filling this as your lunch plate and having like some carrot sticks, some like cucumber sticks in there, tiniest amount of hummus, like, you know, 2 tablespoons of hummus maybe. What's wrong with doing that? And actually, when I have tried to play this out with my sister, this is what my sister usually uses on Chinese night, which we've had to do for God knows how long. But we all like Chinese, right? Moderation, not deprivation. If you fill up each of these, so this is how she has it. She puts the chicken in here. She puts 4 chips in here. She puts her noodles in here, and she puts rice in here. If you tipped that out onto her usual plate, which looks half the size, she would probably be overflowing this plate. She would probably be then having to use the plate that is like average adult size, even though she doesn't need that portion. But she's feeling, so, you know, she's feeling like she's got loads because it's bigger than her usual plate, even though you can control it more because you can separate things out. Okay, so let's talk about hidden sugar. Dun, dun, dun. Hidden sugar is everywhere. So hidden sugar, I'm talking about your cereals, like, oh God, just don't do it. Sugar in tea, like we were talking about tea earlier on. Why are we putting so much? I used to love having sugar in my porridge. Like I used to put something ridiculous, like 8 tablespoons of sugar in my porridge. It's just not worth it. Instead, what about honey? Like, it's a natural sugar. You can get natural sugars in fruits as well. I think it's really incredible how much as well people say, oh, we need to have milk because it's full of calcium, but you can actually get calcium in so many other things, like broccoli, you know, asparagus, things like that, your green veg. I'm just checking the oven now to see how this granola is looking. So I'll turn you around. Let's see what's going on in here. It's toasting away. It's looking good, people. I think, to be honest, I would have liked to add some milk into that and just give it. But can you see how things are coming together to form like little clusters? They're the yummiest parts. And what's really it's not worrying, what's really interesting is how sugary this tastes. So, I let my little sister taste this and she was like, "You've put sugar in it. I'm not allowed too much sugar." And I hadn't put any sugar in it. So considering that this is literally just our chocolate powder, which is, mainly cocoa and protein, and then oats and a tiny bit of peanut butter, why does it taste so sugary? There must already be sugar in the oats or something that has gone into there. So anyway, that's food for this week. I've also made an amazing Sunday dinner, which I just feel like it's honestly, I love making Sunday dinner. Like, I'm getting better and better at it every single day. Not every day, I don't have it every day, but I love vegetables still. So what I did was I used I part boiled some potatoes, and then I used a tiny amount of oil, and I kind of like fluffed them up, and I put over some stuffing mix and some chicken. I think it was like chicken gravy or something. And then I like cooked that in the oven. I whacked some bacon over the top of the chicken. And then I used 2 eggs and 1 cup of plain flour and 1 cup of milk to make the batter for our Yorkshire puddings. But the trick with that one is to make sure that you put the oil inside the little cases and then put that in the oven for about 15 minutes, so that when you pour the batter into it, it goes sizzles. Okay, and that's how you're going to get a good rise on your Yorkshire puddings. So anyway, this week I think that's about everything for cooking that I wanted to talk about. What I really wanted to do was just remind you of how precious this life is and how blessed we are to have the opportunities that we have in our hands, in our reach, because it is just so important to remember who it is that you've got around you, and just remember that this life is not a practice run. Like, we don't get a second chance at this. Like, I do not want to be sitting age God knows what, counting down the clock and trying to make my pension stretch. And if you feel like this is you, if you feel like you want to have more from your life, you want to inspire people, you want to help people, and you're not quite sure where to start, then please just get in touch with whoever sent you this video, because this team is offering the most incredible opportunities. And it's not just going to change your life, it's going to change your family's life, your friend's life. And it is just going to be a journey that, if anything, gives you that confidence and that knowledge to know that you are worthy of your own self-love, and that you have it in you as well to help change other people's lives. So I want to just say a huge thank you again for watching. And if any of the team want to come on and just say something before we end, then that'll be appreciated. Anybody who's here? Tasha, Lucy, anyone? Just to say hi and just to quickly share your story before we go, and then that's it.
Okay, amazing. I'm actually on a train right now.
Okay, she's on the train.
Rachel's recipes. Oh.
She's talking like a robot, everybody, but Tasha Minter, woo! You're kind of breaking up.
Oh, my signal's better now. Is it better now?
Yeah, can hear you.
Okay. I just want to say this is one of my favorite Rachel's recipes ever. I think you did an amazing job. It was so good. I feel educated, but in the most fun way ever, which is always really nice. So my story is I've been involved with Healthy and Empowered for 3 years now, which is like the best thing ever. So Healthy and Empowered, actually, though, we rebranded. So what I love about our Juice Plus business is that we can change our name and we can rebrand, and it's totally fine because it's all up to us. So I originally joined, I'm sorry, everyone's arguing. I originally joined the business because my mum persuaded me to, and I was very skeptical, and I told her that she was part of a scam. I was really skeptical for 3 years. Eventually she said yes, tried the products, they changed my life, and wake up morning, I don't have IBS anymore, loads of energy. Normally I have really good skin, but today I like my skin to, but otherwise, you know, if anything, today's the reason I share that with you all. I'm really okay to share my personal experience, and that's because of you. It's really okay to go through hard, dark times, because
Tasha? Okay, so Tasha has probably just lost signal, but I think what you can all gather from those really special 4 minutes of talking. Oh, Tasha, she's like keeps coming back. I don't know. But what I was gonna say is that Tasha is a really caring person. She is our mentor. She has taught me so much, and she is one of these really inspiring people who, it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, she always has your back, and she's always there to kind of like cheer you on. And she loves her health and fitness, obviously, or else she wouldn't have done this. She's actually a model. She's signed in 4 different countries, I think, 3, 4, I don't know. She's signed. That's what's important. I love her. I'm her biggest fan, can you tell? And Tasha actually has scoliosis, which is something that she was really helped with by using our products and by following our plans. And she is now on this huge mission to just empower people and to inspire them to take back control of their own lives. That is what really inspires me every single day, how she shows that no matter how tough life gets, no matter what's thrown in front of you, you can always get back up and stand back up and go and do what it is that you need to get done in order to move your life forwards, because you've got the strength of the team behind you and you've got all that love and support. And that's one of the biggest things that I love about Healthy and Empowered, is that we've got such an incredible community that we're building of people all over the world from anywhere and everywhere. You don't have to know like a million people to be a part of this. You just need to have a voice and a passion and a dream. And even if you're not quite sure what it is that is yet, then because this is such a journey, you will learn that along the way. And yeah, and I just want to say to Tash, thanks for trying to talk even though you're on a train there. So I don't know whether you've got much more signal, if there was anything you want to say or not. I love watching these back because my facial expressions are so funny. I'm always like, anyway, as you can see, we're all a group of real people, and if you really do want to get in touch with us, then please just reach out, because we're just normal in a weird way. What's normal? Okay, I'm going to say goodbye, and whoever is recording, they can press stop recording. Okay.